Welcome to Editorial News 24. I'm with Shova and I'll be with you today. In a striking and unprecedented move, former Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney has once again voiced strong opposition to Donald Trump, calling him an unrecoverable catastrophe for the country. Cheney's latest remarks came during an interview on ABC News this week, where she called on Republicans to abandon Trump and instead support Democratic nominee Kamala Harris in the upcoming November election. Cheney emphasized the gravity of the threat posed by Trump, citing his willingness to use violence to hold on to power and labeling him as someone who represents an unrecoverable catastrophe. "We see it on a daily basis," Cheney said, referring to Trump's actions. "He was willing to use violence to seize power and stay in power. We have to do everything possible to ensure he is not re-elected." What makes Cheney's statement even more remarkable is her direct call for Republicans to vote for Kamala Harris. Cheney urged her fellow Republicans, especially those considering writing in a third-party candidate or staying home, to cast their vote for Harris instead. She framed it as a necessary step to prevent Trump from returning to White House. "At the end of the day, you just have to wrestle with your own conscience." Cheney said, given the closeness of his election, especially in the swing states, Republicans and independents must take the extra step if they truly recognize the threat Trump poses. When asked if she still identifies as a Republican, Cheney responded that she remains a conservative but is determined to help rebuild the Republican Party after the election on November 5. Cheney's break from the mainstream Republican Party follows her role on the Congressional Committee that investigated the January 6 Capitol attack, where Trump's supporters attempted to overturn the 2020 election results. Cheney's criticism of Trump has not been without consequences. In 2022, she lost her congressional seat in Wyoming to a Trump-backed challenger. Despite the personal political cost, Cheney has continued to speak out against Trump's actions, garnering support from unlikely allies. In a related development, Cheney's father, former Vice President Dick Cheney, also announced his support for Harris, citing Trump's effort to overturn the 2022 election. Dick Cheney's statement emphasized that Trump's actions were a direct threat to democracy. Kamala Harris, currently serving as a vice president, responded to the Cheney's endorsement with appreciation. During a campaign stop in Wisconsin, Harris said she was honored by the support and praised the Cheneys for putting the country above party loyalty. Meanwhile, other prominent Republicans, including George W. Bush, Mitt Romney, and Mike Pence, have refused to endorse Trump, but have not gone as far as Cheney in supporting Harris. Even Trump's former UN ambassador, Nikki Haley, declined to say whether she believed Trump was a good candidate in a recent interview. However, none have echoed Cheney's bold stance of endorsing a Democrat in a national election. As the election draws near, Cheney's comments reflect a growing divide within the Republican Party, with some prominent figures prioritizing what they see as survival of American democracy over party unity. That's all for now, viewers. Stay tuned for our next update. Thank you.